Hello, hello. Whoa, wait, why am I down here? What? Oh, weird. I wasn't here earlier. That's bizarre. Okay, sorry, I moved. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hello, hello. I'm here again. Okay, and also let me. What? Ah. Okay. Hello, hello. How's it going? I'm Akechi, and today, we are playing the great Ace Attorney. Yeah. Okay. Weird. Suddenly, my OBS is being weird today. Earlier when I started, I was like, down here, and I had to move myself, and I'm like, okay, cool. but now I'm here again. Okay. Anyway, cool. So you're watching Free and Ouran High School Host Club. Those are some very old anime, I'll say. I remember watching those like way back in the day. Yeah, I don't know. I liked Ouran High. It was kind of, I think, the like, I'm not sure how to put this, the go-to for like generic, I don't want to say BL anime, but kind of BL rom-com type thing. It's not actually BL. It's like one of those woman pretends to be a man, and then the main guy falls for her as he realizes, oh no, she's actually a girl, kind of deals. There was some, I can't remember the name actually, but there was a kind of, what is it, high jump, where you like jump over that pole, that there's like a horizontal pole and you have to run and jump over it. There was a show about that which was very similar, I think, that I enjoyed watching back in the day. It was kind of a J-drama more than an anime, but I think it was based off of manga, so yeah. Ouran is good though, and I like it. It's pretty funny. Free, I never watched. I meant to watch it. I know they go to Australia at one point, and they have the most amazing Aussie accents in that anime. I'm convinced that they must have actually hired Australians to be like, oh, good day, Haru. Welcome to Australia. But yeah, it's good. I like it. I like it. You want to watch it because you saw a group of like 20 Ouran High cosplayers in a group. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like group cosplays. I always wanted to do one, but I've never had the opportunity, sadly. Maybe one day. Anyway, I mentioned today we're playing Ace Attorney. We might not finish our first case today, I'll say. We're going to do kind of a shorter stream. There is a reason for that, and there's a reason I completely lost track of time. So, life update. You know how I was made redundant? Maybe, possibly laid off. I might have won myself a job back. Maybe, possibly. So my firm, like most multinationals, I would think, has a redeployment option, right? Which is basically you work at the same company but in a different position, right? Now I have applied for that, obviously, and I have the final interview tomorrow morning, like quite early tomorrow morning, actually, which is very last minute because the day after tomorrow is my last day otherwise. So if I don't get it, then cool, I guess I'm laid off the day after. But fingers crossed. Actually, I had a kind of pre-interview today, which my resourcing manager was very upset about because she was not informed. And yeah, like, I think it's fine. Like, apparently I did well enough to get to a final one, so I don't know. But yeah, it was all very last minute. So I was hoping to do a longer stream today, but we might have to cut it short and keep it like an hour, maybe 2. I don't know. We'll see as we go in. But yeah, let's show off our schedule. Here you go, schedule for the week. Mostly the same as last week because, we ended up quite ill, taking most of the days off. Like, I think Saturday to Monday we took off. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. But also Friday I took it off because I was busy and I was like, I just want to finish off this interview. And that was for a different interview, but yes. Anyway, we're playing Grey Ace Attorney today. Finishing Liyue, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I think there are like 3 more chapters left, or like sections left to that chapter. So maybe we won't. We probably won't finish it, but we'll hopefully get most of the way. And then yeah, finishing off Hitman and FF7. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed on FF7. There's a boss fight still? Yeah. Wait, is it Raiden Shogun or would it be Tartaglia? I know that they're both boss fights, but don't tell me. I'm just spitballing. I'm like, it's one or the other, surely. It must be Tartaglia. It must be, because he's the only one we've met, right? So, yeah, probably. I will this time, I think, during that fight, and let me get rid of that. I think I'll try to not use whatever character they give us, because that Storm Terror fight where we used Venti and we just melted him was so disappointing. I'm still sad about it. I'm like, oh. Everyone kept telling me, it's so difficult. Oh no, you're gonna take hours to complete it. Good luck. And I was like, oh, it's done in like 2 minutes. Okay. But yeah. Hopefully not this time around. Who knows though? We do have Arlecchino, and she's like quite good for DPS. So, maybe we'll have to like change characters to the defaults of like Amber and the Traveler and whatnot, right? We'll see. Anyway, there is a reason I wanted to play this game. Which is, first off, I like Ace Attorney. I like the franchise. But also there's kind of like a game series within the franchise called Ace Attorney Investigations, right? Which has never been, at least, officially released in the West, right? It was translated by like a fan translation, but they never released it for whatever reason. I don't know why. There are like 20 games in this franchise, by the way, and they decide, oh, we're not going to release like 2 or 3 games based on with one of the most popular characters in the franchise as the main character. And it's like, okay, why? I don't know. But they're finally releasing that in October, I want to say. It was in the Nintendo Direct. I don't know if it'll be on Steam in October, but yeah, I'm hoping to maybe play that, possibly. So I don't know if we'll play all of this game in particular. It depends on how much we like it, I guess. But we'll give it a go. I actually never got around to it. Yeah, let me just swap. What? Not that one. Swap over. Oh, I'm down here now. See, what is going on with this? I'm all over the place today. What? Please, let me move myself. Ah! Okay, there you go. Let me go here. Sure. Okay, I'm way too big now. Okay, there you go. I think that's okay. OBS, why you like this? I don't know. But yes, before we get into the game, maybe I'll show off some stuff for the game. They emailed me back and I managed the booth for an unofficial Project Sekai project. Hey. Nice. Is that a competition at a con, I'm assuming? Or maybe I'm still a bit too big. Let me... Bloop. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Like that? Yeah, it's probably fine. Yes, there's a bunch of stuff. Before we get into the main game, there's like, your trophies, etc. Your gallery, which I think is probably spoilers, so we can't really look at. I did notice there is a moving pictures part, which... I assume this is all going to be spoilers for the game, but there is this, which is very strange because if you see, it's in Japanese, Nihongo up the top, and whoa, Nihongo. They're speaking in Japanese. It's a strange bit of extra stuff, I guess. As for a smaller con, cool. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna actually watch that. Maybe if we finish the game, if we play that long. There's also an auditorium, which I really like because... Objection! Look how British they are. Hold it. I will become a lawyer. I love the voice work in this game. Especially this guy. Mate, his voice is like smooth butter. is so nice. Sherlock Holmes. Bro, it's so good. Whoever voiced him did a fantastic job. Like, I remember seeing a trailer for this game and I was like, whoa, nice voice. Very cool. Oh, there's no sound from the game. What? This game is so janky. Okay, let me change it again. Sorry. If I do, it is this one, right? Yeah. So why? God, OBS. Such a pain. I know exactly why this is happening now. Here you go. Sorry, you should be able to hear it now. Man, but things work when you're recording, and then suddenly you hit start streaming, and suddenly all the settings changed. I don't know why. It's really weird. But yes. Anyway, let me just show you their voices again. They're very British, was what I was trying to show off. Objection.
Hold it!
Hold it.
I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Oh, nice.
Hold it!
And then this
I'm
guy.
a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes.
Dude, such a nice voice.
You must. Now, let us engage in the art of deduction. Mr. Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know, by the way. But yeah, there's also like alternate outfits. The thing is, they are only, as it says, only available for the second game, which is like, I don't know, 16 hours in. So we'll just activate them to see what they look like. And they're pretty nice, I think. I don't know what the heck Sherlock here is wearing, but, you know, it's nice. I really like Mikotoba, Susato. Her, like, outfit is very nice. Very, I don't know, unique, I guess. Very different. Naruhodo's it's fine. I do like his goggles, but, yeah. Anyway. Then there's, like, escapades, short stories, in between cases. Again, I'm pretty sure these are spoilers, so can't really watch these. But I think we'll watch them in between episodes. Like, after the first case, we'll watch episode 1, etc., etc. And yeah, then you have your credits, which show images, so we can't watch them. But yeah, we'll go in now. Hopefully it all should be good. We have audio. Oh, there's a cutscene. Okay. Didn't expect that right away, but...
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation
the Empire.
brought
Okay.
great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling.
This game is so British.
It was a
Oh,
period
cute
of
dog.
great change, and some
There's a Shiba Inu.
swept away by the tide.
What happened?
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning.
What did you do? No, you killed... Wait, that's us. Oh, never mind. Okay, I don't think we did it, somehow. Bienvenue à la Carnival. The Great Departure. (22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature Defendants Antechamber Number 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? So yes, this game, a lot of reading, is basically a visual novel, but... What? Oh, no, nothing. Yeah, hopefully it'll be good. The stories in Ace Attorney are generally pretty fun, I think, so yeah. Save your Claire's, murderer. Sorry. Man, they really just assume... Well, to be fair, we were holding a gun It really looked like we shot that guy. My name is Ryonosuke Naruhodo. Oh, Naruhodo, by the way, in Japanese is like, I see, I understand. Naruhodo, right? So I guess the pun here is he's Ryonosuke, someone who like understands. I don't know. I'm a second year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has a right to treat him as a criminal. Why the hell do you have a katana? Sorry, that's so sudden. Like, you're in a courtroom. It's like bringing in a gun nowadays. No one has... Oh, yeah, okay. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. Oh, yeah, he's a student. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Ryonosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What's his name? What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, No, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma. Oh, Kazuma. Like, Konosuba. Hi, Kazuma desu. I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. How is his... Sorry, like, his bandana is like waving in the wind, but we're indoors. Ha ha ha! There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though, I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not! No way, no way. You have to believe me, I didn't do it. Imagine if we were just like, well, actually, yeah, we did do it. I did do it, but could you, like, get me off, mate? I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryonosuke. So, I'm guessing he's the best we could get, maybe? Oh, he's our best friend as well. Never mind. But yes, we're getting a student to defend us in a murder trial. I don't know about that one, but... Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. Oh, he's the same age as us even. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yes. Oh yeah, I guess, when did Japan... I guess it would be with the, British, I guess, coming in for trading. I was wondering when they actually got lawyers and the whole, like, legal system. I guess they would have just listened to whatever the shogun or shogunate or, like, the leader of their town would say before that. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. Well, yeah, if we didn't have him, we'd have no one to defend us. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. Oh, I look so happy. Oh, can we... By the way... Oh, not auto. Okay, wait. Start? No. How do I... Oh, I don't think we can. I was going to see if we could, like, remove the text box to, like, look at the art. I guess not. But yeah, I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. What did he just say? It looks like you... Oh, he's going abroad to study. Oh, okay, cool. To England, I guess? Finally, Those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So, you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. You mean around his head? Sure. I want to bring up change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. I'm guessing maybe it's like an English-sponsored or British-sponsored school they go to. And that's why they have the exchange program. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. Yeah, they just have a random flower on the table as well. See you in English class. Yeah, see you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Oh, wait, he's a ghost. He vanished. What happened? It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Okay, what happened? Oh, we're not going to see it. Never mind. Asogi, may I have a word? I have no... Oh, okay. Wait, old man? How do I voice an old man? Professor! I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You, advocating for defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. How do you not know your professor? Like, maybe he's the principal rather than his direct teacher. I see. I'll go at once then. Nodding. I shall accompany you. Well, we know she's Susato. Alright then, Ryonosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes. Thanks, Kazuma. Just a little bow. Ugh, this is awkward. Yeah, like say something. If I may? Yes? Sorry? You must be the defendant, Ryonosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I'm amazed I can say that name correctly. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Oh, he has that that thing on him, like around his waist, that what is it, Orochimaru? Okay, yes, my Naruto reference. Orochimaru wears it in Naruto. I don't know what it's called. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. Wait, he talked about me? Me? As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. Are they going to say that if he fails this case, he's not going to be able to go? However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? That does seem very unfair. Like, he's a student, you know? Ah, as I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I'm trying to read that kanji in the background, but I just can't make it out. Like, it's too low quality, I think. I think there's maybe a su hiragana and an e over there, like in the middle row, but I'm like, what does it say? I don't know. Anyway, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Oh, is it like a frame-up? Are we being framed? Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then, what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, that very much sounds like he's trying to get us to confess. Of course not. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. It would seem our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Oh, he's trying to get him changed out. Of course, as a defendant, the final decision is yours. Wait, are we gonna defend ourselves? What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Man, everyone believes it. I've done it. Nobody trusts us. How sad. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny. Wow, I can't read. And I noticed there were like 2 guards at the door. Do they really need 2? That seems a bit overkill. I always wondered about those kind of jobs, because nowadays you could just kind of, I don't know, go on your phone and like, you know, play a gacha game or something. But back then you had to like stand there, and you can't like read a book. You have to like, can you? Like, what could you do? There's basically nothing to do. You just stand there all day. So this is a courtroom. Again, with a lot of air. Apparently there's a window open somewhere. The Supreme Court of Judicature? I don't know how to pronounce that. Judicature. No court in the land has more power. Wait, is that an umbrella? Oh no, it's the flag. Okay, sorry, never mind. I think on the left, that's a flag, yeah? I don't much like the look of these people sitting in the public gallery. Well, because they all look the same. They literally, like, they're kind of the same face. It's just some of them are a bit taller, I think. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. Oh, that's what he meant. Okay. The powers that be have determined that this be a secret trial. They're going to have it be secret for murder? What? A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now... You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Oh, hey, that guy looks like, Pain from the mainline games. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
How does he have glasses? We're in like, what, the 1800s something? Or maybe they had glasses back then, I don't know. But they look very like prescription ready, you know? As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Oh, we have to say I do. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I'm obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. Yeah, so he wants us to defend ourselves so that Kazuma won't be in danger, I guess, of failing and not going to Britain. But then, if I say, I do. Are we going to say it anyway? I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Oh, that multiple choice. I kind of want to see what happens if we say wait and see. I'd like to answer I do. I don't know. Ooh. You know what? Wait and see. Like, worst case, it'll, like, be an end of the game, but Kazuma's a lawyer here. I can't defend myself. If I said, I do, it would be tantamount to lying. And I've been accused of murder, for goodness sake. This is no time for lies. I'm trying to stop fidgeting, Ryunosuke. It's distracting. But if I don't say I'll defend myself now, things can end very badly for my friend. So we're gonna say it anyway. Oh, wait, no, are we? Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will Yes! Okay. Wait, we said yes, not I do. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... What? No way. What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything, just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? Phrasing. No, it's not that. Really, it's just that... Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Wow. Oh, his name is Ouchi. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I'm going to call him Adachi. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really? Make no mistake, counsel. Do we even know anything about law, like, at all? We are in the same school, so maybe. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, even he's confident that he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Wait, is he gonna stay and give us advice? Be like our side counsel? Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetuated a most heinous crime indeed. Wait, we're at the Supreme Court? Yeah, actually, yeah, they mentioned that earlier. Oh. Yeah, no, who did we kill? Or like, no, not kill, not us, obviously, but who died? As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. One day I'll learn to say that word. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. Speaking of Your Excellency, actually, I saw there's a new Code Geass anime. The first episode came out this week. I'm like, oh, cool. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll definitely give it a go. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? Because he's gonna he's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. He's gonna give us like a test, yeah? Oh yeah. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes! Wait, what's he gonna ask? Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Really, you're gonna ask us who the victim is? Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But, wait. Wait, do we actually not know? I'm so nervous, I can't even remember that. What was it again? A man died, Ryunosuke. Remember his name. Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. I mean, to be fair, that's me a lot of times. It's like a deer in headlights, you know? All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of RB. I like to think he actually said RB there. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press RB for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now, try switching to people instead with RB. There you go. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press B to go back. Okay, so it's, wait, John H. Wilson. Professor Watson? John Watson from, Sherlock Holmes? Did we kill Sherlock Holmes' sidekick? What? The victim of this case, he was a visiting professor of medicine at Yume... Yeah, he's even a doctor. At Yume University from the British Empire. Age 47. Oh, ouch. Okay. Well, I know Sherlock Holmes or Sherlock Sholmes is in this game, but I guess maybe we're the bad guy. Possibly. So, remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press Y to present it now. Yes! Yes! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they changed it to Wilson from Watson. But I guess it's like, the reason there's Sherlock Sholmes and not Sherlock Holmes is actually, I don't know if you have heard of Arsène Lupin. He's like Phantom Thief from France, right? It's like a famous novel series. But basically, back in the day, I think it was like late 1800s, early 1900s, a French author was like, hey, I want to use Sherlock Holmes in my book. But he couldn't, legally, right? So he changed his name. He was like, no, the detective is not Sherlock Holmes. He's Sherlock Sholmes. Yeah. So I'm guessing John Wilson is like, similarly, they were like, we can't use John Watson. It's John Wilson. Kind of silly, but... Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. He's been here for 3 years? That's a long time. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. Wait, then what's Sherlock been doing without him? The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. and as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Say that 5 times fast. That's a mouthful.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
Ugh, but I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. Or because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. Amazing. Well, I guess he could have been like German or something. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference from me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Yeah, you were literally holding the gun. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Wait, no, don't ghost us. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a bit longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then. Partner. Albo. Oh no! He's gone. He died. He ghosted us. The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. Yeah? Oh, is that him? Watson? I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. Hello, Governor. Hello, hello. So, I went over to the professor's table. Oh, he was alive, and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Dude, his moustache is so full. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? Well, he must have been shot, right? State before the court the cause of death. Yeah. The cause of death, well, obviously, that was, Oh, hey Nia, how's it going? Oh, you're lurking? All good. Ryonosuke, remember that in court, every assertion must be backed by evidence. Wow, I can't read suddenly. By evidence? But how? Find a piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Do you think it's like present or like present, like we're giving them a gift? It must be the post-mortem report, yeah? Okay. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body.
Yes!
Oh, so it was like a... Well, yeah, it was a pistol, like small caliber. Well... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh yeah, that is very, very different. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the,
yes, a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. So futuristic. Wow. Oh no, they stole his soul.
You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion.
Wouldn't that mean that we, or whoever killed him, like held the gun up to his chest and then shot him rather than shooting him from like far away? Oh yeah.
In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Oh, he didn't even finish his dinner. He had a full steak there.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record.
So modern, so scientific. A photograph. So, that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Yeah, it's like a lot of tiny men inside the camera just drew like different parts of it and made a full image.
Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
Oh, he's T-posing. Oh, never mind.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of this case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
This is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? What do you have in mind? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Or is he going to help us, yeah? Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Okay, cool. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Yeah, like, so it's not just us, it is literally actually flowing in the wind, despite being indoors. That's crazy. Do you think he had like a mini fan or something? Maybe he's a psychic. This guy looks really guilty, by the way.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Do you think it was him? Oh no, he looks shady.
Of course. My name is Satoru Hasonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival.
Maybe I should be like French. Oh damn, he's dying. He's coughing up blood. Are you okay, mate? Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a... Wait, how do you do a French accent? Damn it, maybe I can't go French. They're from Great Britain anyway, it shouldn't be French. Never mind. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants.
They never had restaurants before the British occupation? Weird.
An Occidental eatery 3 days ago.
That is a very quick turnover, but I guess it was, like, Wilson, a British person, got murdered, so...
Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring... God damn, that's a good joke. Okay.
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have very few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits with my memory of it too. There's hardly anyone else in that place.
It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, Was the accused university student?
Yes!
Yes! Why did we pick up the gun? Hold on, let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found laying on the floor beside the professor. I didn't shoot him. Why would you pick it up? Naruhodo, you fool. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw. You amateur. But
The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo.
don't worry, Yanusuke. You will have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm, 1 point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today?
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
That cloth is going to be like covered in blood by the end of this. No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Huh? Wait, what did he just say? Is he lying? There was no one else around that table?
What's the matter, Yanusuke?
That's just not right. Was there a waitress? When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello. Oh no, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Irene Adler, maybe? Really? That's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I mean, we've got to interject, and maybe. Do we have evidence? We don't, but wait and see. We should interject.
Yes!
Yes! Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Objection! Okay, so my voice was pretty spot on. Dear me, what are you going to do? Or what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Well, he's a student, of course. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw.
Osonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy.
Not glasses are shut.
No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant, as it was that day. 6 tables.
I mean, that's decent sized.
Please, have a look if you'd like.
Oh, I can't read that kanji.
Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout, drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
How can you see? I'm assuming he was the ex, but none of the other tables had anything on them.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh,
well. Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Here you are.
Okay, he is shady. I knew he looked shady. Completely sus. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Oh, now he's going into a coughing fit. Oh no, are you going to be okay? Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record. But, buddy, are you okay? That's a lot of coughing. So, he poses again. The court has now heard precis of the case. A summary? I don't know what that word means.
Yes. At the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. An open and shut case. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment.
I don't think that's true, because, like, a foreign national died, like... Nah, that's gotta be like a death bounty or something. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to...
Oh, I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
What do you think I should do? Kazuma? What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? No. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikotaba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
May he's judging us hard. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that... Oh, he's gonna guilt trip us. What? No, I would never do that to you, Kazuma. If the accused is in fact innocent, their defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just gonna abandon that duty? Are you gonna give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Yonosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Honor. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. I like all that, like, emotive pointing and stuff. Indeed.
Hi, so desu ne?
Prosecutor Auchi, please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint.
Really?
But I can be a devil when I want to be.
Is that like his go-to pickup line?
Hey, baby girl. You know, some ladies call me a saint, but I can be a little devil for you. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witness.
I thought there was only the one witness, the waiter. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witness at once. Witnesses, so more than one. Oh, yeah. Hey, neat pot.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Yes, sir! The great Nippon Imperial Army's Sergeant Iesa Nosa, reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon.
Wow, they're actually calling it Nippon. Nice. So Nippon is Japanese for Japan, by the way. Like Nihon, but
and conduct my...
Wait, what voice should I have for him? Maybe I should have like the... I don't know, whatever.
And conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District.
Curio Kurikuta? I can't pronounce that. Come on, at your service. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon.
I can't figure out a voice for this guy. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Maybe, like, I guess the higher-ranked, he's only a sergeant though, so yeah, his salary wouldn't be that high. I wouldn't imagine.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Really? They saw us do it. Okay. Is that correct?
Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. A strange noise? What? So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. Yeah, it is pretty bad. Like, a witness saying, yeah, I saw him do it. In fact, 2 witnesses is not the best. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead. Yes, it wasn't me though. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report. Sir. Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon. Acerbic? Acerbic? I've never seen that word in my life. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. A tactical discussion? Okay. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed... Wait, was that a baby sound? What the hell? I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English citizen. And from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Wait, from the back? He was showing the front now. I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the final moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. Yeah, that sounds like a baby. What the heck? That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. Is there a baby in that pot? Right. Never mind, he doesn't have the pot anymore. He has, a little dagger. Okay. What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Yeah, okay, he's starting to doubt Steven. Yes, all I did was pick up the gun I saw lying on the floor. Which is really suspicious still. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. Okay, but you wouldn't just say, excuse me, Professor, did you drop this gun? Like, you have to pick it up. Ryunosuke, come on. So I bent down and just as I was picking it up, bang. Okay. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these 2 witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
Well, it couldn't have been them, could it? Because if he saw Ryonosuke shoot from the back and the guy was shot in the front, like, he's the military guy would be the biggest suspect, I feel, because he should have a gun, but maybe we picked up his gun and another guy shot him? There he is.
Ryonosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard estimates or eliminates any verge of doubt. I don't know why I read estimates. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial. Yes! What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outfit? I like that we like put our hand up. We're like, can we talk please, sir? I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
That's a Hachimaki headband? Okay, I never knew that was the name of it.
Huh? How did he know?
I might Google that later. I'm curious what the difference is from an old headband.
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant.
Kazuma is so commanding.
Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryonosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. Yeah, I'm guessing we have to push on, like, he said we fired from behind, and we'll just say, hey look, he got shot from the front. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying.
Now, let's go, Ryonosuke. Don't let them beat you.
Okay. Wow. It's like smack, and then like, you know, a little like versus, you know, I don't know if that actually picked up on my mic, but yeah, like a little tap. So sad, Ryonosuke. All right then, it's all or nothing. Oh, okay. What the witnesses saw. So this is all going to be the same, right? I was ingesting regulation beef steak, blah blah blah. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of particularly fine curio. Yeah. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back. Okay, I feel like this. Yeah, it even says a photographic print. He was shot from the front and subsequently died. It's gotta be this, right?
Yes!
Wait, was it not? Oh no, that doesn't look good. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my moustache. He does have a very, like, villainous moustache. He could be the criminal, potentially. I feel like it's the waiter, though, but... Inconsistency, sir! I mean, yes. Okay. Is he going to do that every time? There's a clear inconsistency here. I'm looking forward to seeing if he actually ever does, like, a full-on smack for the table. Like a full table slap.
Tisk, what nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that,
I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. This is so frustrating.
Oh, he's gonna say it for us. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be any more plain.
Wow, my voice.
To spell it out would be an insult to the court.
Oh, nice backup. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at this photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Iesanosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Yes.
You think they're like special issue?
But no, that just can't be.
And why not, cadet?
Because.
Take a closer look at the print.
Oh, hey Zana, you can catch a stream again. Oh, congrats. Well, I mean, I don't know how long we're gonna go for. It's meant to be like a fairly short stream today. But yes, you kind of missed most of. Well, actually, we're kind of near the beginning of the case still. Where basically we are on trial for having murdered a guy, maybe, possibly, but yeah. I hope you've been well. Anyway.
The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it?
Oh, he does have a baby. Okay. I could swear I heard one. Why does he have a baby on his back? What the heck? Oh, What?
What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa?
Oh no. Maybe he was distracted by the baby and he made a mistake. Yes, sir.
At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the
Wait, the baby has like a... What's that hairstyle? Not an afro. Wait, I forgot the name of that hairstyle. The one where it's like shaved on the sides. A mohawk? Yeah, I think it's called a mohawk. Wow, how am I blanking on the name of hairstyles? Jeez. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak. Sir! What?
The last testimony court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iesanosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. Shouldn't he go to jail now for lying in court? For crying in court.
Ugh, that's absurd.
The red ropes or cloth is holding the child back there.
Oh, he's got like a baby carrying thing. Like, I've seen those things where like they're kind of like satchels you use to carry babies or small children on your chest. I guess he's wearing that, but like on his back.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom.
Oh, he's this, mate. Kyang! Oh yeah, he's got him like in a satchel there.
There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about.
Title drop.
An ace attorney? Maybe even a great ace attorney? But I definitely saw that. Oh, he's not even hiding the baby anymore. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. Don't say yes to that. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. That sentence out of context. Objection! Yeah, they say that a lot in this game. Objection! And hold it! And take that! Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. What? Treasure? Wait, you nearly just smashed your priceless vase. What are you doing? Indeed, the Hoei era Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute, in hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you. On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I preferred my Hoei treasure. He might have just stolen it, mate. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not. Okay, Master Yoda. But I was presented with little alternative. And then... okay, after averting my eyes for the previous moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. Maybe it's like, Kazuma, it's actually a ghost coin. It vanished out of thin air. The Koban vanished? Hunting around under the table, I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? I don't know if that's suspicious or not. Indeed, I did. But I heeded it not, for I was only concerned with finding my absconded Hoei treasure. Really? I don't know about that. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. No. I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoei Koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous... yeah, he's looking away, it was told him. Unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. Surely it wasn't all like... They didn't murder a guy just to steal that coin, did they? To like distract him? As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive, no matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchi? Well, he's going to say, oh yeah, no, it's a clear-cut case. Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will not... but he will find a wolf at the back. I have never heard that phrase in my life. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Yeah, little old despicable me. How many movies are there of that now? I think there are like 3 or 4 Despicable Me movies. There's so many. It's like Hotel Transylvania, the Adam Sandler movie where he's Dracula. There's like 3 or 4 of them. It's kind of crazy. Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. Isn't there a new one coming out? Yeah, I think so, right? Like,
I only saw the first one, but they must be popular enough. I'm guessing with children, maybe. Well, it must be, right? It's a child's movie, right? But they must be popular enough that they're getting like 4 or 5 sequels. Because even Kung Fu Panda, like, what was it, like 5 years? Something like that, between the 3rd and 4th movie. And that's very popular, so.
You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear?
Maybe the voice actors are cheaper though. I've never watched one, I just kind of know the plot. Yeah, I've forgotten the plot. He's a villain, he's taking care of children, I think.
As clear as Kiriko class, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir.
At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir.
There are 4 movies. Ah, yeah, okay. That's quite a lot.
Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think.
Are we gonna question the baby?
Affirmative, the newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Aido.
It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Well then, how could he have afforded the coin? I was curious, and it was like, when did the 3rd one come out? It released in 2018. Also, it's been like 6 years as well. Huh. Oh, Aido. Tinshon. Wait, is that meant to be its... Wait, like, attention? Is that... He's meant to be like, attention? Wait, Aido, Tinshon. Like that, right?
Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy.
What the hell is going on back there? Yo, that's sick.
Blow your nose.
Kiddo. Oh, he looks so happy too. Cute.
The true culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same. Yes, pointing his gun at the thrown man, he was. That young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Well, there's gotta be the waiter, yeah? But there was... He was meeting with a woman. We just don't know anything about her yet.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out.
That baby is having the time of his life.
Yes!
I missed that, but okay.
Wait,
that's nonsense. What do you say?
These testimonies are certainly compelling.
Okay.
The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
Oh, who was she? Was she like someone important then? That they're trying to cover it up? Either that or they were all in on it, which is unlikely.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies.
Maybe it's like Murder on the Orient Express.
It is evident, beyond all reasonable doubt, that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a photographic... Can I look at this? Oh no, we can't see it yet. Okay.
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, Counsel?
Yeah. Oh, he must have been left-handed as well. Wait, no, he must be right-handed because the class is on the right. Yeah, right. Okay, never mind. You're... Okay. Okay, so I know you're meant to, like... When you're eating, like a steak or something, you're meant to use your knife with the right hand, or whatever your dominant hand is, and then your offhand should be holding the fork. But I always do it the other way around, so yeah, I know. How uncivilized of me. But, you know, I mean, there's no proof of anyone else being here. I thought there might be like 2 glasses or something.
As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set.
Old man with a fake coin and broke military man? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I feel like maybe the sergeant met up with the antiquities dealer to try and steal the coin to get money for his son, right? Because he's going broke. He's like, I can't afford a child. I can't even afford a nanny.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else.
Ugh, this doesn't make any sense.
The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record.
The photographic print has been entered into the court record. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman.
Yeah, she looks very, very upper class.
The waiter said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well.
But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him.
It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takatsuchi Aochi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor.
Oh no, we've lost it.
How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule.
Stand tall, Ryonosuke. It's not over yet. Wait, is that cut? Yeah, okay.
What?
If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Kazuma.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
Rules can be so unbending at times. I don't know. I don't know what it would be this time. It must have something to do with the photo, surely, because, even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment, it's almost the same thing. Well, I mean, I disagree on that one, but, there's nothing we can, present. Oh, wait, we can press. Oh, I just realized. Wait, let's go back here. Oh, you have to wait for it to finish. Yes! No, it's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so. Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Okay, so... did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? No, because you're wearing, very foggy glasses. How could I? And yet, it's an undeniable fact that I did blink. He's talking about, the... Okay. So there you have it. Cause and effect? Or, cause from effect, I guess? Have what? Attention! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? And let's not forget that the antiquities dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Well, no, he didn't, because he was under the table. Isn't that so, Kurikuta-san? Oh, he's not saying anything.
Yes, pointing his gun at the thrown man he was.
Yes!
You can't know that, you were under the table. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time.
But I've already told you. That's only because I picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as a culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away. I just finished drinking my coffee, and I was about to leave the restaurant when... Wow, a gun!
This image is so silly.
I noticed the gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment... Bang! A
gunshot rang in my ears. Full of evidence beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the Koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. I don't think it's equal, mate. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you, with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. But he says later that well, I guess he saw like afterwards. But... Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. If we push that, we're just going to say, but there was a woman. Indeed, Aloni was the Englishman. By himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched him. I guess we're going to have to push. Like, we don't have any evidence there, I think, that we could do. What do you think, Ryunosuke? I like this lean animation. It's cool. What's the matter? I can't find anything. I can't find a clear discrepancy anywhere. I'm done for. I can't win this trial. No. Listen, the first thing to do is calm down. You can't expect witness statements to be full of holes every time. So just take your time and try to tease more info out of them first. What do you mean? Oh yeah, so we're meant to press them. You can choose to either press or present against each of the witness statements. If a witness is saying something you're suspicious about, press them on it with LB. With a little luck, you may get more details which could prove to be crucial. Right, I see. The important point is, there's no sense in holding back. If anything even slightly jars with you, press the witness on it, and press them hard. Okay. Alright, I got it. I'll press them like blocks of tofu. What the heck is that analogy? The professor wasn't alone in the restaurant, I'm sure of it. And one way or another, this cross-examination is going to prove I'm right. It's time to press them for all they're worth. My fate depends on it. Okay, so we did the first two. Furthermore, a visual search confirmed we were alone. Yes! You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. Objection! As you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. If only there'd been more people in the diner at that time. Then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know. Of course, the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly. 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. Really? I guess due to work, but I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. Oh, why? There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. Oh, more evidence. Nice. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment to a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hotta Clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So, the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder... What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence, if you think it could be useful. Well, yeah, I mean, we should just ask everything to be in there. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report to be submitted as evidence or not? Better not now, like... why would we not? Like, what's the worst that could happen? We get found guilty? If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds?
The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous, not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
God, I can't speak. I beg your pardon?
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request.
Tch. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report to the court record.
And so it's entered.
Let's see, what does it say? Oh, just a medical report card was in his pocket. Okay. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but is the day after the festival already for you? What? Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Kurikuta-san.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Yeah, it doesn't... I don't think there's anything here that I could, present that. Only was dining by himself. I guess we have to push, surely we must get more info, yeah? So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone?
That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in.
So, the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let's not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well.
I mean, this photo, he's not there. So, when was it taken? I'd imagine it's after he got shot, but then his body's not there.
And can clearly be seen. There was only a single beef steak on the victim's table. Is this his table?
I mean, it must be. He did have beef, or like a steak in this photo, yeah?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Yeah, and the fork's in the right position, so that must be his table. Okay, never mind. I'm too big brain. I thought they might be using a fake, a different table. Yeah, and the steak has been, you can't tell if it's been eaten or not, so.
No.
The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. Yeah, but it's unlikely. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. I'm guessing she's maybe someone very important. Maybe it's the princess of Britain. I don't know. Therefore, no one other than him could have done it. Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet?
I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible.
Ah, yeah, they do seem sketchy. They're looking away. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruhodo, it's not just the case of these two witnesses alone.
Sorry?
Also the waiter, yeah? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone.
That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady.
A ghost lady?
But I... If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I have no proof at all. We're kind of screwed at the moment, I think.
And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
There's nothing I can say to that. No, he's still thinking. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I agree. It's like, I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Is it maybe the time? The gunshot occurred after 2 p.m. And this is from... Oh no, we can't examine it. Never mind. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press A and you can take a closer look at the... Oh, I can't yet. But yeah, is there something on the back? To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles by using the left stick. Yeah, it's just saying you can rotate it and you can like pick where to actually examine. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further. I do like to think that he's actually saying press A and stuff. And Naruhodo is like, what's an A? Okay, I trust you. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Okay. Let's see, is there anything on the back? Oh! I thought there would be like a bloodstain or something, but... I don't know. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, there's an entry for the date the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? Wait, are we gonna say because he had a tooth taken out, he couldn't have been drinking wine or eating steak? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although, it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Maybe it's a card for the lady and she couldn't read or she couldn't eat due to the visit. I don't think that was it. but good guess. Oh, you mean like a business card, right? Maybe there might be one in here, but I think nah. I think it's just to show that like he couldn't have eaten that steak, right? There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. No, like it's okay. Like, don't be like, oh no, I was wrong in my guess. Like, that's good deducing there, good deduction, good detective work. A record of dental work. Yeah, it's just saying on the day that he couldn't have eaten anything for 3 hours. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Yeah, do they mention him eating? Eating by himself, right? Only he was dining by himself. Maybe that one? Yeah, we've got to present the medical report, I guess, and say, no, hold it. He couldn't have been eating. Because there's a steak and a
a wine glass. Well, I think,
About what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer?
I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused.
Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally.
Oh, I definitely know that.
Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Let's assume the lady didn't eat, but it was the man that didn't. Yeah, well, halfway there.
Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. He believes in us. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
Oh, right. And thanks for the advice.
Kurikuta-san, this is the medical report card belonging to the victim.
Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy? Well, open your other eye. Why are you squinting? You're like, I see, and I don't see. Yeah, you see in one eye, you don't see in the other. Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Every time. Something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, dear me. Have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateur drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's, No, we're trying to prove there's a potential of a killer, right?
Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could possibly... This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that? What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hodder Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? You have that little window or something? Blowing that... the headband on Kazuma? No, I like to think that he has like... Well, okay, I guess he can't have an electric fan because it's like... I don't know, the 1800s or something, clearly. But I like to think he has... If not a fan, he has like someone next to him just fanning him all the time. Like some fangirl or something. Or maybe like hired someone to just come and fan his face to show off. Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. No way. Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat? So what? What do you mean, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't.
Kurikuta-san.
What? Boy, what? As you just heard. When he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthesia, or anesthetic. Ah!
Expertly done, partner.
Oh, that old man looks mad now. He's seething. What? What is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned.
Yeah, like there's someone right, like just off screen on the right here, just like using a book or something, like some paper to blow wind his way. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely.
So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat? Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel?
Counsel? Oh, that means me. Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah.
Alright. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of.
Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been the victim himself, me, the two witnesses, and as yet unknown third party. I mean, I was very, very tempted there to pick someone else, but I do know that you get penalized for an incorrect answer. We might do it like at a later point. Actually, can I save during a trial? Oh, you can. Oh, okay. Next time I'll do that then. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. It was I. Yes, I was dining with the professor the whole time. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. Who else could it have been? There was, because I saw her.
When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet, we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on this table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. I thought I was going to say assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Kazuma, are you insane? You would take on the government?
Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
I have issue with them. These two witnesses on the stand.
What? What are you talking about?
We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, yeah, you'd be arrested for that. Obviously, you will be charged with perjury.
Perjury?
And, since it's a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
Complicit in murder?
No! Actually, I'd like to change my statement. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. That's right! As the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they, told us. Oh shit, it was a conspiracy. Who is they? Oh. What? What did you just say, Kurakutsu-san? Oh, he's got the pot back. No. You were just following orders?
Now, hold on, lad. I was, Say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair?
Oh, he actually cares. He's like, what? You lied to me? No, I trusted you. Just one. Simple slip of the tongue. Order! Counsel, explain what is going on here. It is painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Wait, you as in who? Ouchie? Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
Every time the little splat, it's too funny. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. Okay, Mikuru Asahina. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't! This can't be happening! Ryonosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. Yeah, I mean, if you got a soldier doing it. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, toward that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. I think it must be the lady, right? Because they'd only, like, it needs to be someone from Great Britain or involved in the treaty, I think. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course. We'll need evidence before we can make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? Before? You mean pushing, yeah? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh, yes. That's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. Okay? There's no time to lose. You know what, I'll press A to see if... I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you, the penalty will be severe. I mean, they just admitted it.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing. Every kami, I swear to them all. Even Izanagi and Izanami.
And what does the defense have to say about all this?
Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
What?
Besides prosecution, the only person with necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is...
Oh, can we examine this, by the way? No. Oh, I think we missed our chance to examine stuff. Okay, well, it wouldn't be Kazuma, obviously, you know, he's a student. It wouldn't be Ouchie, because we think it wasn't him. The waiter... Maybe the waiter. It depends who the waiter is, you know? Satoru Hosonaga, 29. I feel like he's very sus looking, but I don't think it was him. He might have killed the guy, but he didn't like manipulate the witnesses here, right? And it can't be Wilson, so it must be our professor? No way. The waiter also lied about Lady? Yeah, but I mean, who is he then? Why would Mikoto lie? He's just a medical professor. He's an authority on forensic medicine. It must be him. There's no one else it could be.
Yes!
But the waiter. Well, surely that would be
Satoru Hosonaga-san.
Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier?
Poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter.
What? What? If he truly were?
Who is he? Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity, as proven by this evidence.
Oh, thank God you can examine. The business card, right? What does it say? Mate. Mate, really? You couldn't have used something else?
Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Okay, well, you kind of gave yourself away there. Good job. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes. Business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected, it's its job title. Its job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here. The waiter's business card information has been updated.
So I guess we just present that.
Yes!
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question? I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest.
So, the front? I beg your pardon?
Or perhaps I should have said the front? Oh! His slam. It was normal. He's leveled up. I'm proud of him. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the darling detail is.
Ryunosuke, what the hell are you saying, mate? Well, would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of this business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
That is a mouthful. What? The waiter is a police detective? A métente? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Yep, they're sweating still. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Are they going to confess? Well...
Hold it.
Whoa, the music shift. Hey, suddenly we're in Phantom of the Opera here. Okay.
Yeah. Inspector Hosonaga!
What? Wait, he teleported. What the hell? How?
I was worried.
Wait, what was this voice again? I've completely forgotten. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized there was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
I love the little like glasses adjusting. Oh.
So you mean to say you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Clearly he's undercover. Aha! Of course! Your salary must be terrible.
I was working undercover.
Undercover?
Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Would that like sanctioned? I guess it was.
Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Oh, I thought the cough was fake as well. But no, he's actually dying.
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable.
As I suspected.
Bang.
As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat, slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So, the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say?
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once.
Who is she?
It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
Well, I mean, you've just kind of broken your orders, but fair enough, I guess. But where this Englishwoman was the killer?
I think it would have been in everyone's best interest not to pursue that. Oh, I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as a primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
It's all politics, ain't it?
So, that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be sentenced for this, like.
I guess best case, we can just get off without being, like, going to jail, but
one possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Kazuma?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman.
What?
You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas tour. You mean? When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table is a certain...
I thought it was going to be like, No, I guess not. I guess it's not like a Sherlock Holmes reference. It's a Miss Giselle Brett. I thought it might be like Irene Adler or something.
She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of UMay University's medical faculty.
Yeah.
What is happening here?
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies.
Why didn't you ask us to not do it too? Like, mate, your cover-up. You missed the most important thing.
It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise, namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain.
For political relations, I have to name someone. Yeah. I guess.
Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, Counsel.
With the Supreme Court, like, surely we can hold off by like a day.
I will not allow the government or of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom.
Yeah.
Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So, it won't be a problem? God, man, the way he's like dying. I wonder if that's going to be explained. Like, has he been shot? Is he poisoned? What's going on?
Nothing will get in my way.
Poor guy. He's got a very bad case of the Japanese code.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency.
He's doing a dogesan? Well, not really, because he's like standing, I guess.
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
Wow. Okay, cool. To be continued. And we might end there for the night, because we went a bit over. I was like, oh, is there a good stopping point? No, there's not. But I meant to end like a while ago, I'll say. But yes, save current progress. Here you go. But yeah, I have to be up early tomorrow, so I'm like, oh, maybe we should end. Yes. What? Supreme Court of Judicature Defendants Antechamber 5. I will check if... Oh yeah, and there's an autosave too. So like... Wait, the autosave is part 1. Huh. Load to be sure. Yeah, okay, it's working. Cool. In that case, let's go back here. Wow. Hello, hello. Yes, we're here. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the night. End of the stream.
You can all go home now. You're all free now, as they say in what is it, Rikki-O? There's a movie, I can't remember the name, where some guy, he goes to jail, and the big like ending of the movie is he like punches through a wall to the prison and just like destroys it, and he shouts out at the prisoners, he's like, "You are all free now." You got these now? You happy with that? Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for hanging out for an hour as well. But I need to stretch now. Jeez. But yes, here's our schedule for the week. Tomorrow we're doing more Genshin, finishing the Liyue MSQ. I think we're at like the third part of that chapter, like the third section. I think there are like 5, so yeah, if we get through one each time, like we probably won't finish it this week. Maybe next week we'll finish Liyue, and then we'll move on to like finishing or starting the next part of Honkai Star Rail, possibly. You gonna do a Dawn Trail stream next week? Maybe. I don't know. Actually, that is one thing. I really want to pick up FF14 for stream again. But I'm like, my main, I don't want to play on my main, but then if I play on my sub, I'm at just before Heavensward. Maybe I can, actually. It depends. Depends on the outcome of tomorrow's interview that I have, I guess. Because it's the final interview. I don't know if I get to, not get a job, I guess, but like keep my old job then for like redeployment. But yes. Anyway, Friday we'll be doing Hitman. Finishing that off. We meant to last week, but yeah, I had to do stuff, so we didn't. And then Sunday we'll be finishing FF7, which again meant to do last week, but I got sick. So yeah. Anyway, hello Tonalico. Sorry, we're ending right now, so you kind of missed it. But yeah. It's down for a 48-hour maintenance right now. You mean FF14, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wonder, like, You know what? Let me see. I want to see. The new jobs, what are they again? It's like the dual wielding and like the painter. I can't remember the name. FF14, Dawn Trail, new jobs. Okay, it is Viper and Pictomancer. I wonder what level they're gonna be. Surely they're gonna be like 80, right? Yeah, they start 80. So I can't even try them. There's a mount drop on Twitch. Oh, well then I guess I'll play it. Or at the very least, I will watch someone play it, I guess. I probably won't actually watch because I don't want to be spoiled, but you know, I will put it on in the background to get a drop from my mount. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know that. I appreciate it. What's the mount drop? Mount drop Dawn Trail. I'll see if I can get an image. If new FF14 mounts, new mount Arc. No, that's for a pre-order. Wait. Huh? Are you sure there's a Twitch? There you go. Oh, okay. It's shit. What's the name of this thing? I've forgotten. Wait, I'll post an image. Well, wrong one. This one. There you go. This thing is like a Choco Procure or something. I don't know the name, right? It's a little choke or cocoa thing. Yeah, this thing, right? But it's not green. It's brown. Weird. It's like a brown leaf. I kind of don't like how it looks, actually. It's kind of creepy. Like the top of it, with where the leaf would be. That's weird. Ooh. I don't like it. Oh no, wait, that's... Why does it have a bow? What do you mean? The bow is cute. I like the bow. That's the one thing I like about it. It's just the very top is kind of veiny. It's weird. It's creepy. I don't know. I'd rather use like my flying bed mount, TBH. But
Anyway, yeah, maybe we'll play FF14 next week. I keep meaning to get around to it. I guess if I do resub, that is, you know, like 3 months, but yeah, well, we'll see. It was released as an event a while ago for a chocolate company. Oh, okay. I did see, actually. So there was a point where there was like an emote where you could eat pizza, and it was an event that you could only do if you lived in America, which is so unfair. I think it was Domino's or Pizza Hut or something. You had to buy a bunch of pizza, and you would get a code to unlock the emote, right? And I know a lot of people were complaining that they got a code and it just didn't work. Yeah, the pizza event was so bad, they had a limited amount as well. Yeah, luckily, I think they added it to the Mog Station, I think. I think I remember hearing that. I haven't bought it, but Mog Station, eat pizza, emote. Let's see. Yeah, emote, eat pizza. Yeah, they have that now. So you can eat pizza. Oh, I can't get an image because maintenance. Oh well. But yeah, like, I like the emote, actually. I like it a lot, but I don't think it's worth $7 USD. That's like $10 for an emote. No. Like, I guess that's how they stay afloat now. Like, people buying stuff from the Mog Station being like, oh yes, wait, what was the name of that move? I'm forgetting. Something Flare, Giga Flare or something, right? That Bahamut does. My Giga Flare emote. You know, I need it. Let me pay $10. Actually, there was like Omega. Actually, you know what? Let me get an image of this statue. Omega statue FFXIV, because there are a lot of problems with this statue. Apparently, it's very jank, right? Oh, I found one. It's kind of, yeah, okay. It's so derpy. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So, wait, where's the image? Where? This one, right? Well, OBS, please. Arigato. Here we go. Cool. So, there was this statue, right? And FF14 has a few statues like this, which are like official figures that you can buy, right? And when you buy them, they come with a code to get like an emote or something, right? They tend to do that with merch. There's an art book. I think it's the Western art book. One of the art books. It might be the Eastern one. But it comes with a little Yotsuyu minion, which I've always wanted. I always wanted that minion because I really like Yotsuyu. But I've never bought the art book. So I think when I looked, they were like sold out. I don't know if they're reselling them now, but maybe. But this statue, it came with a little emote where you would like kind of, I don't know, raise up or fly, kind of like, this is the Omega F and Omega M, right? Like female and male. And you'd raise up in an emote with a spear like Omega F, or with a sword like Omega M, right? But that's what the like promo art looked like for this, right? The actual art, wait, did I not say? Oh yeah, here it is. The actual art looked like this. The derp face, right? And I remember a lot of people whining about the quality of this figure or this statue when it came out. Like for a long while, they were like, what the hell is this? Because it looks like some kind of like Chinese knockoff figure. But yeah, I was tempted to get it because I actually really like Omega. I love that Raid arc, and I love Omega F and Omega M. But yeah, I don't know about that one. But yeah, I know apparently, I think the Shiva figure looked like a fair bit better. Like they improved a bit, but it had issues. It's janky. It's a bit derp. The lighting doesn't help it. Yeah. You're still waiting on the Zodiac statue? Oh wow. We had enough comments that we got my automaton, my bot to be like, oh, please consider following. It's free and it helps out a lot. Please follow me. Yeah, that I think that's happened like one other stream, maybe two. I think there was one stream we were doing just a Zatsudan where this popped up like 5 times during stream, and I was like, Wait, that's weird. Maybe I should change it and make it that you need more comments. Because I have it set to like 30 comments or something. Like every 30 comments it'll say that. But yeah, weird to see. Weird to see. It's very rare. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed because again, I have to do stuff. But cheers for hanging out, I guess. If you stayed up, be sure to head to bed. Otherwise, have a great day. See you when I see you. Bye bye.